Today we're at Disney's Hollywood Studios parking lot. We're actually not going into Hollywood Studios. I just came here because it was convenient for what we're doing today. Because today we're going to go ride Disney Skyliner. Today is September 29th. So it's the first day it's open to general public. So we're going to jump on and go all the way to Epcot. Check it out and see what it's like. So come and join us. Skyliner. It's a relatively long line. Opening day, you know. Everybody wants to go. We're gonna head over to first Caribbean Beach, which is the main transfer station. Then we'll head to Epcot. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Just keep it open the whole time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
It's cool.
We hope you enjoyed your visit to Hollywood today. Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye! In just a few moments, we will be traveling over the headwaters of the Everglades. The water that flows from the protected wetlands around Walt Disney World Resort travels all the way to the Everglades, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico.
One leg out the window. Your leg would get stuck. If there's a weight.
Did you know that the entire Walt Disney World Resort is over 40 square miles? That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco and double the island of Manhattan. Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Alright, so we just got off the Skyliner to Caribbean Beach, which is where we're at right now. This is the transfer station. So from here, this is the Hollywood Studios line. Over here is to Art of Animation and Pop Century. And then all the way over here is to Epcot, that huge line that we're going to get in. I will say this, waiting in line, it does move really quickly and it's very breezy. They have huge fans running, so it's very cool in here. Here we go. All right, so we're heading back on the Skyliner now. We just went to Epcot to get one of our bands so we could get a coaster set. I'm one visit away. So we're gonna head back on the Skyliner now from Epcot.
For your safety, please remain seated, supervise children, and refrain from smoking in the cabins. Thank you. Gracias a usted. Por favor, permanezcan sentados, supervisen a sus niños y absténganse de fumar y beber. Gracias.
Okay, perfect.
In case of emergency, we have like time.
Oh, gotcha. Got our own cabin this time. Say yay! Yay! And away we go! So we're leaving Epcot International Gateway now. I have to say the breeze is very nice in these cabins. As soon as I get starting, there's not a lot of a breeze today, but it's very nice. We're going over the canal to Crescent Lake. Over here you can see, I'm sorry, we're in a covered one, so it's kind of harder to see. This is actually going to be the entrance to the new Remy Ratatouille ride, set to open in 2020. This whole area in the back of France is going to actually open up and be double the size of the Land Pavilion, so it's going to be pretty great when this open. And we're on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. So just some tips when you're riding Skyliner. If you have a stroller, you can take the stroller right on. I just pushed our stroller right onto the cabin. What I will say though, if you do have a wide stroller, so if you have anything wider than I think 38 inches, you are gonna have to fold it. So if you're in line and you have a double wide stroller, you will have to fold the stroller to get it on, and that does hold up the line. So just for everyone's safety, just fold it up before you get in line or write it before you're about to board. Just speeds up the process for everyone. The cabins are very big. They do seat apparently up to 10 guests. Though today we've ridden, this is our third trip on the Skyliner, and they haven't seated more than like 8 people in a cabin. I guess part of that's because it's a continuous loading system. They can't stop it to fill it up all the way, so they'll fill it with 8 at most. I think 10 when it's busy. It's very breezy. It's very nice in here. I do not feel uncomfortable. There is some announcements that are supposed to spiel off in these cans. I know when we took the Hollywood to Caribbean leg, there was announcements the whole way. I don't know if they're not running on this line right now. This is the longer line of the 3. Epcot to Caribbean Beach via Disney's Riviera Resort is about a 10-minute journey on the Skyliner. So if you're trying to like make a reservation, this is definitely much faster than taking a boat or a bus. So I definitely recommend it from that sense. We're passing Boardwalk right now. But it's very pleasant in here. The seats are not uncomfortable. They're wood, but they're very comfortable. We're actually heading up the exchange area here at Boardwalk. So this is one of the stops where we switch off of one leg of the line onto another. There's no actual station here. So if you're at Boardwalk, you won't be able to board. You won't be able to board or disembark Skyliner at your resort, but you will be able to see it, which is fun. So we're just turning here. When you do stop, it can get a little bit warm, but hopefully it's such a short turn that it's not, we're already about to take off again. Like it's not a long turn at all, which is fun. But yeah, definitely worth it. We're gonna keep going now. And another thing to know, if you are traveling from, say, any resort that isn't Caribbean Beach to a theme park, you are going to have to transfer. So if you're trying to go from Epcot to Hollywood Studios like we are right now, we're going to have to get off at Caribbean Beach and reboard another gondola. It's not a continuous holding service. The only exception to that rule, and we're going to come up to it shortly, is Disney's Riviera Resort, which isn't open yet. It is a boardable station. So if you're staying at Caribbean Beach and you're in some of the closer, I can't remember the exact name of the rooms, I'll edit and put in a link or some text up here that tells you which rooms it is. You can board at Riviera rather than boarding at the Caribbean Beach depot. There is a bus service inside Caribbean Beach if you've ever stayed there. The internal bus does stop at Skyliner. But we're currently passing Lake Buena Vista Drive. That's on my right. It's very breezy in here. I will say if it's a windy day, these gondolas do shift a little bit. So if you're not a fan of like Ferris wheels, this might not be for you. I definitely recommend take one of the shorter rides if it's your first time, like go from Hollywood Studios to Caribbean Beach, or Art of Animation and Pop Century to Caribbean Beach. Those are shorter lines. The Epcot line is a lot longer. So if you're not a fan, you can't really have an opportunity to get off until you get to Riviera. There's Nemo. And right now, we're actually in a covered cabin. So this is a cabin that has a character on the front. I don't know what character it is. I didn't pay attention. I think it's Ratatouille. I see some cheese. There is a limited obstruction to your view, but it's just like a bus when it's covered and stuff. You can still see out relatively good. The clear cabins, you have no obstruction whatsoever. So I'm intrigued to see they're going to add more. There's a good mix of clear cabins and character cabins. So you should get a different mix every time. Definitely faster than the bus service. Lock. You can't push them open, but there is a call box in here, so if there was an emergency and you need help, you can push the little alarm button there to get help. I know some people have questions about that. Right now we're over at Caribbean Beach. We just came through Riviera Resort. So yeah, there's the Caribbean Beach Resort below us, and we're actually coming into the Caribbean Beach station. So yeah, once you get to the station, you are going to be asked to disembark, and you will have to change lines to go to Hollywood Studios or the Art of Animation and Pop Century resorts. So that concludes our day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Epcot. We're going to ride Disney Skyliner. Super fun, really easy to get on and off of. Highly recommend. It's much faster than taking a bus or the friendship boats or walking to Epcot. So if you don't mind, there was long waits today, I noticed. That seemed to be due to the fact it's Food and Wine right now, so a lot of people are using it to get to Epcot. But yeah, definitely worth it. All right, we'll see you guys next time.